I know it breaks your heart. Moved to the city and I broke down crying. 4 years, no calls. Now you're looking pretty in a hotel bar. And I can't stop. No, I can't stop. So baby, pull me closer in the backseat of your Rover that I know you can't afford. Bite that tattoo on your shoulder. Pull the sheets right off the corner of that mattress that you stole from your roommate back in Boulder. We ain't ever getting older.
Go! Yeah! Welcome to the show, the DJI Ardupilot Show. We're your host, Richard.
Yes, and I'm Harry. Welcome back. We very much appreciate you guys tuning in
on a Tuesday.
On a Tuesday in New Zealand. So we very much appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yes, and what have we got planned for this exciting episode, Richard?
It's all about the dropship, the Wingsuit Dropship, the
multicopter, the
pixhawk,
DIY
the
drone,
the drone, the large drone, the 13-inch prop drone.
Yes,
I'm trying to think of the rotorcraft. I'm sure there's lots of other acronyms.
Yes,
hashtag drone.
The replacement for any DJI drone.
Sure.
It's the DIY DJI. There you go, that's a lot of titles for you, but don't worry, we're going to be jumping straight into it. What are we going to be doing this episode, Richard?
We're going to go through its capabilities.
Yes, we kind of on the build series. If you haven't seen, make sure you go back and have a look at them.
That's right.
But
we built it, which makes sense why it's called a build series. Right?
Yes, and
makes sense.
We built it, and then we haven't touched on what it can actually do. So we're going to go through that. So there's a couple of things we need to check. We need to check Loiter function, we need to check return to home mode, we need to check, and the most importantly, autonomous mission. So it's going to be taking off, waypoint mission out there, run out there, do this, do that.
So take off, do its thing, come back, land.
And then come back home without touching the road.
The sticks.
That's the one, yes.
And not the drumsticks, the gimbal sticks on your remote. That's what you're doing. But you can touch them if you're going to do gimbal function. You can still do your kind of.
Yes, and we're going to be showing you that. So, here we go. Let's dive straight into this autonomous mission DIY DJI Dropship
series. Sure. And we also have to thank our sponsors, so thanks very much to them, and check out the links below.
Yes,
and
also KiwiFil.
That's right, and we also have to thank you for tuning in. Okay, let's go.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, right.
Alright,
so here we are back at the field.
We said previously that was the end of this episode series.
Yes.
But
we found that
there's more.
People want to ask for some more. So autonomous. There you go.
That's what the people want.
That's what the fans want to see. So we can do that. So
we aim to deliver.
So we're going to just go out here and we're going to do a couple of preliminary checks to see
autonomous mission stuff.
If we're capable.
That's right. So first what are you going to do? So far we've ticked off various flights modes.
We can do
but we have not ticked off. We haven't ticked off Loiter, which is.
Haven't ticked off Loiter.
And we haven't ticked off RTL.
No.
And we haven't ticked off
the actual mission.
Obviously we haven't done the auto mission.
So what we'll be doing is just going out here and we'll check.
We're going to start with Loiter. Start with Loiter. How stable is it without any stick control?
Yeah, you just get it to altitude.
It doesn't have to be very high. I mean, we're probably going to fly 3 meters in front of us.
Yeah, that'll do. Good enough, and see if it's pretty locked in. I'm thinking that it probably will be, but you never know until you try it.
You're going to test these things.
And then we will be, after it clears those checks, we'll be doing waypoint mission.
Yeah.
Complete waypoint mission. Take off, land. Take off, fly around with no sticks, and then land. Well, that's the objective.
That's the goal.
That's the objective. So we'll just head out there and go and do
first part.
The Loiter test.
Yeah, let's get it done. Nice.
Stabilize.
Yeah, so Loiter's spot on. I disarm it just to be sure. Yeah, so yeah, good, perfect, right?
Pretty good.
No, you can't fault that.
Test is great.
So Loiter's all good. So then, what moves on to the next stage? What's that?
RTL, is it?
Yeah, so we got stabilized modes working great. Old hold's working good,
Yeah.
right? Because we had to use that for all the tests when we were doing all the tuning, right? So that's all good. And that one there just worked, which is a Loiter,
Yeah.
right? But Loiter with a gimbal, so that always adds it.
Extra weight. Yeah.
And then so next is RTL, yeah, and then we can move on to the autonomous flight.
Exciting.
So one more step, and we're nearly there. Cool. Alrighty, here we are in the field. We're just about to check whether our settings are correct, and it responds correctly to the inputs that we've given it. Basically, in theory, what should happen is when we rise to 5 meters and go extend over 5 meters, the wheels should come up by themselves, and then when we drop below or dip below the 5 meters, the reverse should happen. It should retract.
Okay.
Just basically checking it for the next stage, which is the RTL. So first stage, legs.
Okay, so we're going to go and try the legs out there.
Yeah, we're going to go and try the legs out. Leg testing. Yeah. Hey, for takeoff. Okay, should I put it in Loiter, do you think?
Yeah, if you know which button that is.
That one. I won't, I'll just put it in this. I'll keep it in stabilized mode.
Okay, so
So you reckon that's 5 meters?
I don't know.
You reckon that's 5 meters?
Yeah, it can come back down.
So, maybe, oh there you go.
Yeah, it worked.
So I think it worked in reverse.
Okay. So that needs to be configured again.
Well, maybe it's like it's slow. Most things are slow, aren't they?
No, I might have done that in reverse. I think. Okay, change the legs down.
Gear up. Gear down.
So we can land on that, do you think?
Deactivated.
So what did we learn?
Might have those reversed around. Because clearly when I came back down, it opened up.
Right.
Right. So we can still do an RTL because I can manually overtake it.
Okay. Yeah. I guess you can always change it to stabilize, man.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll put in Loiter and then RTL, yeah?
Okay. Which one's RTL, do you know?
That's off.
Loiter.
Loiter's up one, then.
Return to launch.
Okay, good luck.
Loiter. Stabilize. Activated.
So going for RTL test, right?
Yeah, first we'll get into Loiter.
So it should take off to 5 meters, is it?
Yeah, it should go up to 5 meters, so I'll get over that. I'll keep the legs down.
Yeah.
I'll put in Loiter now.
Is that in Loiter now?
Loiter.
No, it is.
Okay. Okay, so what are we going to do?
Gonna hopefully climb around 5 meters. What do you reckon that is?
Yeah, so good.
Okay, RTL.
Return to launch.
Yeah. Did that the wrong way though.
Gear up. Gear down.
Okay, does it reverse that?
Deactivated.
So what's that like? So it's like 50-50 working?
Like 95% working.
Well, it worked.
So what did it do?
So I had to make it on its down. It decided to do basically it's reversed. We need to reverse it.
We need to change it in software.
Yeah, but
Okay.
but it does work.
It's looking like it's working.
So is that success? Do you think?
Well, we have to go and change it in software. But the RTL came down nice and smooth,
It sort of went like stages, didn't it? You know?
graceful. Yeah.
Stabilize.
Do you want to try again?
Gonna face this guy downwards,
Oh yeah, this guy.
high.
and see what happens.
Too low.
So we're going to face them down and then what, do the exact same thing again, RTL?
Yeah, just to see what it looks like.
Okay.
Activated.
Yeah, just do it that way.
Loiter.
Got a bit of a thing on that. You want me to get it off?
Is that right, Wayne?
No, you don't hang into the propeller.
We're going to land on that.
Yeah, bring it in.
Deactivated.
Got a bit of grass on its leg. Yeah.
Stabilize.
Okay, cool.
You good to go now?
Yeah, I think so.
No grass on his feet?
Hopefully not.
Activated.
No grass on his feet.
Loiter.
Can I take him up to a height?
Yeah. And then legs up.
Legs up now?
Gear up.
Okay, so we have gear up.
Okay.
Because there's a possibility that it might come in when you go down like it was meant to do it, but it didn't. Okay, ready? Ah, there we go. So it is reversed there.
Return to launch.
Okay, it's RTL.
Okay.
Yeah, it's completely wrong. Okay, I have to reverse it back down.
Gear down. Gear down. Gear up. Gear down.
There we go.
Deactivated.
Okay, so we've done some adjustment on the computer, and now we're going to test it again that the legs go in the correct direction. Because we want the legs to come down when it lands, which makes sense, right?
Okay,
Yeah.
so good luck and it'll work.
Okay, we're up. So just adding throttle and roll and pitch and stuff. So how high do we need to go? Stabilize, man. Yay!
Yay!
Okay, coming back down. Yay!
You want to see it go off again and just that?
So
That works.
that worked, right? Yeah. So go up again,
So you should get how many meters?
and it's like 5, I guess.
Yeah.
I haven't touched anything, just other than steering and throttle.
Should come up, right?
About now, there we go.
Yeah. Right on, it's working perfectly. And then it comes down. And the legs should go, yeah, they are. We configured it right with you.
Do I need to do an RTL? I can do, I think,
Deactivated.
it works. So,
That's cool.
okay, so,
We've been working on that for a little while, haven't we?
yeah, so I need a reversing, right?
Okay, RTL test. Is that right, Richard?
Yeah. So Loiter at the moment. So feet should go up now. Okay, RTL.
Return to launch.
Yes. Come down. Yeah, I'm not touching anything.
Deactivated.
That was a little quick, but I think we're all right. It was just a bit windy. All good.
So it RTL correctly.
It RTL correctly, yeah. Yeah, it's a bit windy for it, but yeah, it
Was that
worked.
a successful test, did you say?
Yeah.
Okay, so what's next?
Full launch, isn't it? Now we're going to go back in the computer and program it.
We're going to go and program the Waypoint mission.
Yeah, exciting. Cool, new section.
Okay, here we are back inside. So
That's right. So what's just happened? So
we managed to go the take off the drone to, was it 5 meters?
Yes.
Yes, and then the legs went up like
6
that.
meters, I think.
Oh, here's the drone here. The legs went up, and then got to 6 meters, and the leg. That's what we programmed it to do. 6 meters, and then the legs come up, and then
Without touching
anything. RTL. And then gets to 5 meters, and the legs come down, and then lands safely.
Which is what you want, because what was happening prior to that was doing the opposite.
And it's very hard to land on the camera.
Yeah.
There you go.
Not
we fixed that problem, so that's okay. It's good. Okay, so we've got it hooked up into Mission Planner here, and yes, we've set up a mission. Okay, so the idea will be with
enabled flight mode.
Yes, auto mode. So when I flick the switch here, it will
Activated automatic mode.
There you go. Amber talks and the drone will beep, and then this mission will happen. So it will take off. Just ignore the dotted lines. It's not really relevant. What will happen is it will take off in this. Maybe it will take off here or somewhere around here. Probably take off, and then it will go to mission 1. It will rise to 14 meters and go to this waypoint. And then it will go turn around. The drone should, if we did it right, will go to 2 and rise to a height of 20 meters, and then go to there to 3, decrease to 60 meters, and then goes back to 4, rise to 20 on an altitude of 20, and then 20 meters over there.
Yeah.
Go to 6, and then back to the position where it will go back to RTL.
14 meters and then back down to 0.
Then it will returned back to where home is, where we took off from. So there you go. That is the plan. Hopefully I can achieve it, and it's looking good. So we'll. What do you reckon? What's the chances of it a success, Victor?
Pretty decent.
Pretty fair.
Pretty fair.
Yes. Okay. So we'll head off to the field and we'll go and do that.
That's right. You never know until you flick that switch.
Flick that switch, and then
certainly for the first time, this will be the maiden flight.
Yes.
Autonomous flight.
So looking.
Does that make sense?
It does make sense.
Maiden flight, autonomous flight.
Okay. Looking forward to it.
All right, here we are. We're doing some last minute top charging here in the field. So we've got the field charger, the Q6 Retro from ISDT, a good sponsor of the channel, and we're just going to dial that in. So let's go and look at the go and see what it is. So cell counts, it says 4S. We know it's a 4S. Current, okay, so we need to change that. So it's 5500 milliamp hours. So that's 5.5 amps. Let's scroll down to 5.5. Where is it? There we go. And then we scroll down to start, and away she goes. So there you go. So yeah, so we're going to wait a couple minutes. That will be charged, and then it's autonomous flight. Here we come. Okay, so here we are at the field.
Yes.
Just arrived. Done some last minute charging, so that was good. And we're all chopped up, ready to go, and we're about to send this autonomous flight for the very first time, maiden autonomous flight.
Yes.
Into the skies. Never quite know what's going to happen until you flick that switch.
Yeah. So
So what's the deal? We're gonna take off for about over here somewhere.
we're going to go over that way, and then
Flight.
take off.
Take off
Go down the field to the left.
and then hit that sort of point there, over there, and then come in and do an RTL, hopefully.
Yes,
Fingers crossed it all goes well, yeah?
Yeah. Okay, let's go and do it.
Let's get it done.
Okay, and clear.
Okay.
Okay, good luck. Here we go.
Activated.
Let's check the functions are working.
What do you reckon?
Seems okay. You ready?
Loiter, and then put your goggles in, maybe.
A loiter.
Oh, it's just I was thinking. If you
Check loiter first, right?
Yeah.
Loiter.
What would that look like? Let's have a look.
What do you reckon?
Seems okay. I have to change it back to stabilize mode if I want to do. Yeah.
Okay, good luck. Here we go.
Stabilize.
So you ready?
Yeah, I guess ready as we're ever be.
Okay, 3, 2, 1.
Activated automatic mode.
Away it goes.
Okay, first turn. Yeah, it's
Wow, it's moving.
so far
Good height.
so good. So I made the first turn to the second turn.
It's looking good in the air from my point of view.
Yeah, it's looking good. I just use the goggles now, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's looking great. Yahoo!
So far so good. There's quite a lot of wobbles going on over here, but can't do
It
anything.
looks good in the air though.
Okay, I think we're at like 0.4, was it? Yeah, hit 0.4. Yeah, that's
Yep. And I'll tell you if the legs come down. So the legs are up still.
so it should be. Okay, hit another point.
Here it comes. Okay, you can probably take your goggles off now, Richard.
Hey, RTL.
There we go, yeah, legs, there we go.
That's like the exact spot, Aaron. That's exactly accurate.
Deactivated.
Woohoo! Yeah, baby!
Yahoo!
I just saved that.
Yeah, nice. What do you think of that?
Wow, it's quick.
That was murdering.
Okay, I'll turn it off for safety.
Yeah.
Yes.
It did well, didn't it? It was motoring. And it also turned towards the direction it was going to go.
I did everything perfectly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. And it landed perfectly, right?
Yeah, it did. And yeah, what do you think? Is the motors warm?
It's just that even. Nah, they're cold.
Yeah, cool. All right.
Yeah. That's cool.
Okay.
Okay, so
That was successful. So what are we going to do now? Go send the drone up with it?
I think so, eh?
Okay.
That was
Did
pretty
you do that
cool.
right? That's-
I mean, it worked, right? So you still set the level of difficulty up now.
Okay,
Right?
cool. So we're going to chase it with the drone then.
Yeah, get some epic cinematic shots. So all in all, a success, right?
Yeah.
So up to this point, top notch, right?
Yeah.
That's a win.
cool.
Awesome, that's great.
First flight.
First flight was successful.
The GPS was surprisingly more accurate than.
Yes, and the legs worked perfectly on the mission. The legs came down with did it, and the main thing is, amazingly, you didn't do any stick. I didn't touch it with your thumbs at all, which is kind of weird.
No, I
but
didn't have to abort and do anything funky or, you know.
flick it out of that mode, and it just did the whole mission itself, which is pretty cool. And yeah, now we're just going to go back to the car, grab a little FPV drone perhaps, and chase him. Okay, back we go to the takeoff spot just over there, and yeah.
What are we doing on this round?
We're going to chase it with this guy, and yeah, it's looking good. Don't you reckon?
Awesome when it goes to plan, right? Yeah, but it didn't seem to have any, it kept the height perfect.
It did.
So it means that we did our waypoint mission correct, and it also means that everything on board the flight controller is doing what it should be doing. Which
Yeah, it means that the flight controller is working, it means that the receiver's working, it means that all the programming's done. So, where did we take off from? About here somewhere? Yeah. Right here, okay.
I know it breaks your heart. Moved to the city and I broke down crying. 4 years, no calls. Now you're looking pretty in a hotel bar, and I can't stop. No, I can't stop. So baby, pull me closer in the backseat of your Rover that I know you can't afford. Bite that tattoo on your shoulder. Pull the sheets right off the corner of that mattress that you stole from your roommate back in Boulder. We ain't ever getting older. Break up, 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 break up.
Alrighty, so we finished the flights successful autonomously. Great, great little guy. We flew the same mission over and over again, and was it like 4 times? Maybe 3 or 4 times?
Yes.
I can't remember exactly. Great all around. So back to H&R Drone Racing HQ.
Yes. And we're back. So
Straight from the field.
yes, and
To H&R Drone Racing HQ.
yes. So we thank you very much for tuning into this exciting episode, and we'll just bring him into frame now. And here he is. And
Still one piece.
Still one piece. Yes, it wasn't trick for photography. He did actually fly.
That's right.
And we flew him quite a few times. What do you reckon?
Maybe 4 times autonomously.
Yes.
So it's like running that same.
Just to make sure that it wasn't just a fluke the first time.
Yeah. So 4 times is definitely not a fluke.
Yes.
And it kept the waypoints perfect and the height perfect. Yeah.
Yeah, I was quite happy with it.
And all the little retracts.
They worked well. They came up. They came up to height. Was it 6 meters we changed?
6 meters. Yeah, and then come. Yeah.
Yeah, and then the legs came up perfectly.
Yeah.
And then shot off to its different waypoints. Did that all perfectly, and then come back in.
landing.
Yes, legs came back down to 5 meters, and then came back down nicely and landed perfectly in front of us. It was quite actually thinking about it. It was actually quite accurate. The GPS.
It was very accurate. Yeah, especially when we were sort of standing there with the as you're filming with the FPV drone.
Yes, and
So
also
I was a bit worried that it might miss the point, but it was actually spot on.
yes,
correct.
and also it couldn't really actually land other than kind of like beside us, like on the field. The grass was too long, so
That's right. We wanted to land on the gravel where there's less grass. The gimbal with the camera absolutely works.
maybe Gen 1 version. It's not necessarily the best one in the
But
world,
you
but
can manipulate the camera and it keeps it level. So yeah, all
it
good.
did its job.
And what else were the other features? Crossfire and the specially designed
Dropship part for the
Dropship part.
wingsuit that is coming up on the series. So make sure if you haven't subscribed, or we'll be doing that shortly. So there you go.
So yeah, so Audipilot is a tool. So we took it. If you remember the series, you can go back and check it. But we stripped it down.
It started with a DJI, old school DJI. We stripped the NASA, and we took all that off and stripped it all apart
and installed
remade it,
with
put Audipilot,
yeah.
and yes, put all the bells and whistles on it, and there you go. It's flying. There you go. Autonomously. So it's pretty cool.
It's flat itself. Yeah.
Yes, and we'll jump on to the next segment on the show, which is movie of the week, which is what, Richard?
Acadian.
Arcadian. Yes, I think it's Arcadian or Arcadia.
Acadian.
Acadian. Yes, it's the one with Nicolas Cage in.
That's right. I think it's quite a new film.
Yes, a fairly new film.
So
And
general plot.
General plot. End of the world, and they are trying to survive, and then they're getting attacked out of the ground by something kind of a horror genre. Yes. We thought
it's how would you describe
thought
it?
you might like it.
Maybe a cross between sort of werewolf type things and a cross between, like, say, Quiet Place and a cross between, like, say, H.G. Wells'
Yes.
Time Machine.
Time Machine. So there you go. Something different for you guys, but we liked it, so we thought you might like it.
It was quite cool.
Yes.
Full of action.
And any movie pretty much with Nicolas Cage is generally pretty good.
Yeah, he's cool.
Yeah. Cool. There you go. That's the movie of the week.
Okay, and
Final
final
thoughts. It was just quite good to see it. You start the build, and then you strip it all apart and you build it back together with working legs now and working parts, and and
it's pretty much
Audipilot. We showed you in the series auto tune and all the Loiter functions and RTL, which is we did on this episode.
And then obviously the autonomous flight. So go back and watch the full series.
Yes.
We try to go sort of quite specific on each one.
Yes.
Cover it quite well and
give you a good idea.
yeah. So
and-
you should have a solid understanding now.
Solid understanding now. So there you go. So without further ado, I'm Harry.
And I'm Richard.
And make sure you like and subscribe if you haven't done already. And thanks very much for tuning in. Also, thanks very much to our sponsors. Couldn't do without you.
Thanks very much, guys.
So, here we go. Into next week in 3, 2, 1, go. Racing. Yeah.
Yeah. See you next week, guys.
So, guys.